For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
Ever since Season 1 released back in August of 2014, Outlander's gone on to become one of the most popular franchises in the history of the Starz network, with both Sam Heughann and Catriona Balfe reaching noteworthy fame as a result. And after 5 full seasons of science fiction-fueled romance, it looks like fans are ready to dive right into the 6th and 7th installments. But what do we really know about Season 7 of Outlander, as well as all the 6th installment that's going to be leading into it? Well, whether you're a fan of the franchise, or you just want to know as much as possible about the future of the series, then you come to the right place, as we're going to explore everything that there is to know about Season 6 and 7 of Outlander. So strap yourselves in and get ready for some time traveling, as things are about to get interesting. But before we get into it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want more content just like this, and ding that notification bell so you never miss another update from us, the renewal of the show. For those of you that don't know, the global health situation has played a large role in changing the amount of info that the public is given about the renewal and release of new seasons of different shows. Think back to before the situation, and you'll remember that both networks and streaming platforms alike were quite open about when franchises had been renewed, even going so far as to inform fans about the release date of a season a full year before it was set to come out. But then came the global health situation, which basically threw everything into disarray. Whole sets were shut down, with both cast and crew members being asked to go home in an attempt to curb the spread. And when the sets were finally open once more, new safety regulations and procedures brought about a number of delays. It didn't take long for networks to realize that the world was changing and that release dates could no longer be announced due to all the delays that were being felt by the industry. More often than not, these already announced dates were being missed, with fans getting heavily frustrated as a result. And it is because of this reaction that both networks and streaming platforms have agreed to only release relevant information at relevant times, keeping everything else to themselves in order to prevent any further public meltdowns. Just look over to Netflix and you'll see that after a full year of being announced to fans, they still have no idea of when Stranger Things Season 4 will be out, or let alone Season 2 of The Witcher. But what does this mean for Outlander and the Starz network? Well, just like Netflix, the Starz network has incorporated the exact same principles into its release schedule, only announcing release dates once the filming and post-production of the show in question have been finished. But this did not stop the network from announcing in May of 2018 that Outlander would be renewed for both a 5th and 6th season, and in recent days, news has come to the forefront that the franchise will be returning for a 7th season. In other words, fans can at least breathe a sigh of relief in the meantime, knowing full well that another 2 seasons of the franchise will be released in the months to come. But when exactly can we expect these installments hitting our screens? The release date of the upcoming seasons. As we mentioned prior, the global health situation did lead to a bit of a disruption of the filming process, with the entire industry being hit with a set of unprecedented delays. Outlander was not left untouched, with the filming of Season 6 of the franchise being placed on a long pause, only continuing around February of this year. Keeping everything that we know about the new practices in mind, it wouldn't surprise you to hear that there have been no official announcements just yet, at least regarding the release date for Season 6. That being said, that doesn't mean that we can't make an educated guess as to when we'll be able to see the likes of Jamie and Claire again. According to Sam Heughann, who is clearly best known for his portrayal of Jamie Fraser, fans have to wait a pretty long time before being able to view the anticipated 6th season of the franchise. When asked about the release of the season, he had referred back to the previous installment and said the following, quote, "It almost came 5 to 6 months late last year. We did have a lot of press during that time. I'm not sure the exact dates at the moment, but I think it might be the same. There will be a Droughtlander, but they can go see my movies." And that's not the only thing that Sam has said about the release date of Season 6. When asked by a fan on Twitter whether he had read the scripts for the 6th season yet, he responded by saying that he had already started to film the first episode of the season, so yes, he had indeed read the scripts. This clearly came as exciting news, since the filming of the next installment was supposed to have happened in May, or at least last year already. But, like we mentioned previously, the global health situation hasn't been very kind to Outlander, but things do look to be back on track now, with Sam informing the public of the filming process by saying, quote, "It doesn't matter if it's an intimate scene or a regular scene, we're going to be in contact with one another, so I think we will be in our own bubble. It won't just be the actors, it'll be our own core team of hair and makeup. You literally cannot do the job without having everyone around you. I know we have had a strict set of rules and it will take some getting used to, but we will be safe. We're being tested, we have face coverings, so we are going to be in a really safe place. So it looks like ever since the announcement that the production team has created a personal bubble for both cast and crew, we can imagine that there won't be any more delays experienced with the filming of the next installment. And if things do go down without a hitch, we can probably expect season 6 of the franchise to hit the Starz network by about June of next year, considering that post-production has been known to take quite some time when it does come to Outlander. This is especially true considering the lengths that the visual effects team have to go to make people safe on set. When speaking about the situation, executive producer Matthew B. Roberts said the following, quote, "We've tried to limit the amount of supporting artists, and we're trying to utilize visual effects. In the deep background, we can use digital people instead of what we normally would use, being real extras. Every year, Outlander has a big event, and we're still planning that event. We'll film the background extras at a separate time, and then put it all together in post." The release date of Season 7 is a bit trickier though, as it depends on the release date of Season 6, as well as in the manner of which the studios are still dealing with the global health situation. But in classic Outlander style, we can likely expect this season to be released just over a year after the previous season, unless massive delays are experienced. In other words, July of 2023 is looking to be the day in which we're going to see the continuation of the franchise once more. But luckily for us, Season 6 is still on the way. Episode numbers explained. There has, unfortunately, been no official announcement made regarding the number of episodes that we can expect from Season 6 of Outlander, but reports have indicated that we will most likely be treated to another 12, which is what Season 5 of the franchise brought us. The same has been said about the number of episodes that will be brought by Season 7. Fans will likely be a bit disappointed by the fact that the franchise has moved away from its usual release of 13 episodes per season, but at least 12 is better than nothing. And if the showrunners do believe that the story of the installments can be sold in 12 rather than 13 episodes, we absolutely trust them. Who knows? Maybe 13 episodes of content could make the franchise seem long-winded and boring. So let's just thank the production gods that we're at least getting a 6th and 7th season and go from there. The cast of Outlander Season 6 and 7. Sam Heughann will be reprising his role as Jamie Foster, while Catriona Balfe will be appearing once more as Claire Randolph. Since the majority of fans watch the show for their steamy romance, there simply could be no Outlander without them. We aren't too sure about the rest of the characters though, so to be fair, and since there are no reports regarding the cast that will continue on the history of the franchise, we'll just have to wait and see who survives the hurdles that have been placed in front of them. Richard Rankin will, for example, likely be returning as Roger Wakefield, while Sophie Skelton will probably be reprising her role as Brianna Randall. And since rumors have been floating around regarding a spin-off featuring Lord John Grey, you can bet your bottom dollar that David Barry will feature in the seasons to come. The plot of the coming seasons. The plots of both Season 6 and 7 of the franchise have been a tight-knit secret, with the cast and crew being sworn to secrecy, but it is the next installment that'll be based loosely on Diana Gabaldon's 6th book called A Breath of Snow and Ashes. Season 7, on the other hand, will be loosely based on An Echo in the Bone, which is the 7th of the 8 Outlander books already published. The term loosely based is an important one though, with the showrunners not sticking to the novels entirely. As such, it's really anybody's guess as to what we can expect in the upcoming seasons. We are likely going to experience Claire's journey of recovery after being sexually assaulted by a group of men in Season 5, which will hopefully see her rise above it rather than fall into disarray. Not only that, we can probably expect to learn more about Jamie's family, who've also been revealed to have some time-traveling shenanigans in their history. And since the 7th book involves the American Revolution, we could probably expect quite a bit of fighting in the days to come, with both Claire and Jamie being in the very center of it all. Oh, and what would Outlander be without some steamy love scenes, right? But what do you think about the continuation of the franchise? Be sure to let us know in the comment section down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ding that notification bell so you never miss another update from us. Until next time guys, we'll see you later.